Yep, just as I thought. Fits perfectly. Boy, it's like it was made for here. Look at this. Okay, Red Bull gives you wings. Very nice. Yeah, this is gonna do great. Welcome to Kodo and Mechanical. I'm gonna show you how to fix a free mini fridge that I found on the MyFace marketplace. I've been looking around for a mini fridge just to be able to put the cold snacks somewhere at hand when I'm in the garage. I don't have to trot back into the house to go get me a refreshment. But I picked this guy up on the MyFace and it had an issue. It was not cooling. Perfect. Time to fix it. Yep. Rookie mistake. I lost the first 5 minutes of footage where I went over the diagnostic of this mini fridge. But I'll go ahead and tell you guys, on these smaller fridges or even a full-size fridge, you're not able to hook up your hoses and gauges directly to them because there are no servicing ports. So we have to go ahead and put in our own servicing port. I went ahead and just put one servicing port in here, and that's where the video is going to pick up. But this wasn't cooling, which is the reason I got it for free. And we're going to go ahead and repair it. And hopefully I learned my lesson about losing footage. Yep. Perfect. All right, so I went ahead and removed this piece off of here. Went ahead and bent this guy up. Got my valve out of it. I'm just going to braze that into there. I'm going to use these vice grips to hold it while I braze it in. See if I can just prop it there for now. Yep, that'll work. Get my torch. Push it in there. Get my rod. Checking to see if I got any holes in here. Looks like I got a little bit in the back. So we'll heat it up a little bit more. Just a bit more. It's kind of hard to get in here with this angle. Make my tip a little smaller. Yeah, that'll probably work. So I'm not applying too much heat. Get some more light. Where? There it is. Not the prettiest and tight spot, but she will seal. At least we'll see. So next, we'll go ahead and let that cool off. Put my valve in it. Put some nitrogen in it. Pressure test it. Throw some bubbles here and there. You know, soapy water. But for now, we now have access to be able to actually pressurize it and pull a vacuum if we got no leaks, put some refrigerant on it, and turn it on, see how it does. So let this cool off. Got my manifold hanging here. Should be cool to the touch. Yep. Go ahead and hook up our hose. Just going to use the low side. I'll be able to check vacuum on that in inches of mercury. Got my hose hooked up to my nitrogen tank. See the yellow hose going up. My valves are closed at the moment. Let's go ahead and rip this guy open a bit. Probably do about a $1.50. Sure. Go over here, open up our yellow hose. And we'll go ahead and do our low side. See if we can get that to exactly 150. Oh, overshot it. Let it sit there for a minute. And I just have some soap and water mixture. I think this is car wash. I have the actual stuff, but I could care less about this little unit. It's not a delicate piece of equipment. So let's take a look down here to see if we have any bubbles. Probably not. We'll see. Nothing there. Let's check our solder joint. See if that did anything, huh? Nothing. Well, go ahead and let it sit for a while. Then we'll come back and check on the manifold gauge. Still sitting pretty close to where we left it. So I'll give that a few, probably 10 minutes or so. Let it out, let it absorb any moisture that might have been in the system. Then we'll pull a vacuum, see how far deep we can get the vacuum. If we can get it down here, you know, it'll never get to 30, but 25 will be good. And we'll see. So it's been about 15 minutes or so. Still sitting steady. I'm not quite sure where it might have leaked out of, but in the meantime, we'll go ahead and grab our scale. Yep, that'll work. Let's see if we got battery. Battery? Nice. Just a can you can pick up anywhere, really. They've gone up in price, surprisingly. Now they got these self-sealing valves or what have you. New EPA self-sealing valve. I'll go ahead and throw our can tap on there. It's just a little, see, that used to pierce cans. Once you had that on there, it was on there for good. I've got an adapter on this one. I think I got this free or came with a can. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and thread it on to here. Yes. Yep, that'll do. Throw it on there. Open this guy up. But we have to open up our valve. And we actually have to pull a vacuum. Completely forgot. So this will have to wait for a second. If not, we'll never be able to get all of our refrigerant in there. Boy, what? Got my Widowmakers. Check our oil. Yeah, she looks good. Sounds good. That oil's cold. Go ahead and put this tap in here. Go ahead and turn it on. sure our valves are open. There we go. Boy, that pulled down quick, didn't it? See what it pulls out. Any debris? Doubt it. Alright. So a little unknown thing that people don't do whenever they're pulling a vacuum on something is you want to move your valves. Make sure whatever is trapped inside of that ball is able to get out. Now, if this is mostly on if you're doing precision work. This is just a little beer fridge, so it shouldn't doesn't really matter. But it's just good practice. All right, those are nice. We'll go down here. Now that'll be good. It's been going about 5 minutes now, so I'd say she's good. That is pretty damn good. Turn our valve off. Close this guy off. And we'll let him close that one too. Make sure those are tight. Let it run and then turn it off. Actually introduce liquid into here instead of just a gas, but we still got a vacuum inside of this, so we'll be able to open this up, and that should be, let's see, yep, okay. Now we'll turn our scale on, wait for it to zero out. Perfect. Now we're going to open this valve and let this hose fill up and let that body get some refrigerant in it. We don't want to weigh that going into the compressor of the system. We want to weigh what actually goes in there. 0.052 kgs. I don't know what that is in American, but I'll use the old Googleizer and figure it out. Turns out it's 1.8342762 whatever. Seems kind of low. I feel like we'll probably be putting a little bit more into it. But our valve's open, going into it. We'll go ahead and we'll crack that open. That's still sitting the same. And then we'll see exactly how much we'll need. So I'll go ahead and open up this valve up here. .5, 1.6, 1.7, come on. There we are. Oh, so you can get a little bit more in it. Way too much. Oh, perfect. And it says we're sitting pretty low. We'll see. These systems do run pretty low. Now, I don't have 134 on my gauge. As you can see, I've got 404A, 410A, and R22. These are very common. That's what I worked on a lot. But 134, I just, use my pressure temperature chart and figure out where we should be at as far as our temperature or our pressure. And then it'll tell me my temperature since I don't have a 134A on this. Got the power cord hooked up. It's coming down. Almost damn near 0 psi. Call that like 2 psi. I'll double check with my TP temperature pressure chart, but I'll try to get this thing spun around so that we can check temperature inside. I'll let it sit for a few minutes, see if we get anything happening, and then we'll see about this thermostat. she works or not, don't know. The gauge, the knob's kind of funky. Oh, okay, so it is working. I don't know if you heard that click, but we actually shut the compressor off. So that should be going up. Yeah, it's slowly climbing. Alright, watch. I'm just going to short cycle this thing. Who cares? I'm going to turn the knob, which is it's just a knob down here with an arrow. Doesn't have any markings, but we'll turn it back on. Maybe. Can't tell which way I'm turning it. I don't know. She's not coming on. So we'll have to figure out this Dan Foss. Make a lot of good stuff, actually. I think I'll let it sit for a while, get it flipped over or turned around, then we'll be able to see if we're cooling inside. Alright, I've got it flipped around. You can see Red Bull. Cool. Put a thermometer in there, but it's currently reading 34 degrees. So I got my old Drill Master. Yeah. Hobo Freight heat gun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some heat to there. I already messed this up. Oh well. Battery died on it, and I moved around the hoses and stuff. Manifold's sitting over here now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the inside of there to try to bring it up a little warmer. It's kind of, you know, cheating. Kind of like how we cover a condenser unit. You cover the airflow on the top, and you can trick it into thinking it's warmer than it actually is. So I'll go ahead and heat it up inside of there, see if we can trick it to thinking it's warmer, turn it on, and see if it brings it down somewhat. We'll see. Got her up to 152 degrees. Yeah, that's gonna drop. We'll let it stabilize a little bit. Spent maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe, just throwing some heat in there. Leave it closed up, see what it kind of settles at. Okay, so compressor kicked on. Don't know what the knob setting is at. That light. Focus you. There we go. Looks cool in there. We got fanage back there. Sick. Alright, yeah, she's pegged. She's in a vacuum. I don't know. That's not right. I think we might have to feed her some more juice. Leave it. That's what it used to be. It's coming down a bit. Got no idea how much more I'm putting in because that's dead. We're just guessing here. 36. I mean, she's getting frosty in there. Let's see. Let's double check with this guy. See what this guy says. Oh boy. Got a bit of a sagging door. 31.6. 31.8. Be alright. It's got a key. I don't have the key though, but I lock it so the neighbors don't steal your banquets. If they like banquets. I don't know. Anywho, we'll see how low it gets. Since it's at 34. And then we'll play around with that little knob. See where we can get it to. Might have to apply some more heat. But cold snacks are in my future. Okay, so it actually just thermostat just satisfied a click. I heard a click out of this guy in here. So our compressor Here, our compressor's off. It's got some good heat to it. Let's see. Yeah, she's off right now. So, she turned off at approximately, what is that, 31 degrees? 31.6, 31.5. I'm going to keep letting it sit here, and then probably I'll apply a little more heat once again with the heat gun. See if I can get it to click back on. 31.1. Man, that is some cold drinks. That's gonna work nicely. And we'll be able to, I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this guy on top of over here, and that'll, nice little spot. Probably end up moving that little sign above it. Applied a little heat. It was a little hotter. Settled at about 50. It's at 48 right now, and the compressor just turned on. Yeah, she's running. Let's check her gauge. Yeah, it's running. Probably sucked back down to 0 psi, but let that come back down to wherever. Actually move the knob to point at the 3 dots instead of the 4 dots. See what temperature it turns off at. Alright, thermostat just clicked. Shut compressor off. Yep, she's off. So it should be coming up slowly. It was running about, 0 psi, which is nice and cold. But she settled out at about 33.3. It's probably where I'm going to keep it at. We'll see in the summer how she does. If not, we can always go back and adjust or charge whether we got too much or not enough. But now at least we have a way to check our pressure, obviously monitor our temperatures, and mess around with the thermostat there. Keep it going. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. That'll be great. But that'll do it for this. If you guys got any questions, put it down in the bleacher section. Down yonder. Yep. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. By the way, in the who's, this bunch of shit. She's leaking. I took it off the hose, put the cap on it, but if we undo this, self-sealing. I don't know, maybe I damaged it with the old needle that's inside of here, but now I'm gonna have to leave my can tap on there forever with the cap. Not a big deal, I guess. Making noises. Stupid. Here she is in all her glory. Red Bull. Gives you wings. As you can see, the top is lit. There's a switch on the back. You can turn it off. You can turn it on. It's also dimmable, but I got it on the highest setting, 11. Perfect. Well, basically those are the basics. She's ready for some cold snacks, and so am I. I appreciate you tuning in. Put your pre-thoughts and post-decisions down in the bleacher section. If you haven't already, consider punching that subscribe button and watching that video right over there to see what other shenanigans I get into. As always, thank you for watching Code 1 Mechanical.